Now that you've finished the Practice Skills 11.1 on sequences, where you reviewed arithmetic sequences, geometric sequences, and sequences that are neither arithmetic or geometric, we're going to do some more work with this page. And we're going to break this down into some different steps. The first thing that I'm going to have you do is practicing what we call finding term 0. When you look at the sequence here, you have, this is this is number 1, right off the 11.1 sheet. The sequence was 1, 5, 9, 13, 17. And we determined that the common difference there was that you were always adding 4 for this sequence. Well, when we worked with arithmetic sequences, we also built some t-tables. And before we built those t-tables, we marked that this was term 1, this was term 2, this is term 3, this is term 4, and this is term 5. So in other words, we have to figure out how to find term 0. So what I want you to do, you'll need your paper now. Take your paper and I want you to put down number 1. For number 1, in order to find term 0, well, when I'm going from term 1 to term 2, that was plus 4. And from term 2 to term 3, that was also plus 4. Well, in my sequence, actually the term 0 is sitting right here. It comes before term 1. So if I am adding 4 to go to the right, I'm going to subtract 4 to go to the left. So to go find term 0, here's what we do. We're going to take the very first term, the number 1, and we will subtract 4. I will subtract that. I got to do the opposite of what I was doing to go back to term 0. So 1 minus 4, I need a little help with the calculator. I'm going to clear out my calculator. I'm going to say 1 minus 4 tells me the answer is negative 3. So I get an answer of negative 3. And what I'd like for you to do is write down the first term, subtract off, or add our common difference in whatever we end up doing. And then our answer is negative 3. And then I want you to just build a tiny t-table. Won't take very long. But I want you to practice putting this into a t-table so that then we know that term 0 is negative 3. And this is what I would like to see on your paper, so this allows you to think this through. So we'll have our sequence, so we have our terms 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We want to go back to find term 0. So instead of adding 4 like we are going to the right, we subtracted 4. 1 minus 4 is negative 3. So that means term 0 is negative 3. What if I have a arithmetic sequence where the common difference was subtraction? Well, if it's subtraction, let's take a look at this. So what I have here is I have term 1 is right here, term 2 here, term 3 here, term 4, and term 5. We need to find term 0, which is going to be back here. So on your paper, I would put down number 9, and let's see what we have to do. Term 1 was 7. All right, now, in the sequence to going from left to right, from term 1 to term 2, that was minus 3. And term 4 to 1, it was minus 3. We aren't going to the right. We're going back to 0. So instead of subtracting 3, I will add 3. So 7 plus 3. So 7 plus 3 is 10. And I'm just make a really quick t-table here. And again, I want you to practice writing that in. And that term 0, that's 10. So in other words, to find term 0 with our sequence, we have to do the opposite of what we were doing. If we were subtracting 3 here, we are going to add 3 to find term 0. Up here, we were adding 4. We subtracted 4. So we do the opposite of what we did. So what I'd like for you to do now, there were 8 arithmetic sequences. I've already done 2 of them for you, but make sure you have them down on your paper. And find the other 6 sequences and find term 0 for the arithmetic sequences. Please, at the top of your paper, if you would label it this way, please write down this label for your paper. That you are, this one right here, finding. Please write down at the top of the paper, finding the 0 term of arithmetic sequence, and then put your work like I have over here on the side of on the video. Let me know if you have any questions. I'll be happy to help you.